You are the leader of the Forum of Councillors in Delta State, which would have given you vintage opportunity to interact at a broad level. The councillors are perceived at the grassroots as the government they know, even though most of you are considered to be insensitive and alienated from the people. But let's look at the palliative. History has recorded that most of you party leaders and political officials construe palliative as opportunity to empower yourselves and some other party faithfuls, even though you understand that at the grassroots you have a cluster of people from different political parties. Even most of them are not even members of any political association. What is being done by your forum to ensure that these palliatives gets to the right people and people wouldn't at this time be breaking into private warehouses to help themselves?
Okay, thank you very much. Of a truth, I want to say that first, that in Delta State, the councillors in Delta State stands out in the whole of the Federation, given to the fact that I'm a member of the National Councillors Forum, and I know I interact with state chairmen and representatives from other states. I want to take you back to, this is my second tenure. I serve at the Okowa's second tenure as a councillor. I want to note it here that it's only in Delta State that you see councillors sinking boreholes, putting up street lights, giving school assistance to those that cannot afford school uniform. Like in my first tenure, I make sure that there are some schools within my locality, within my communities. I reached out to the teachers and find out that some of them, they don't have uniforms. I try to assist in that area. And you discover that during the just concluded one, councillors perform in terms of using their own money to try to reach out to the masses, those that are vulnerable in the society, those that cannot afford certain things like books and all of that. Then to this second tenure, by the grace of God, I became the chairman of the Councillors Forum. And I can tell you that we in this second tenure, 2021 to date, we have performed far even more better than my previous tenure. How? It was like a challenge between us. How do we do? You have been paid certain amount of salary, and you see this one, Shemo, this one, no. What we do is that we try to do visible things that can assist the people in our locality. That's why you see, if this tenure, by statistics, we have it to say that we have almost every local government, the 25 local government in these states, more than 50% of the current councillors have embarked on projects. Not even up to, let me say about 70% have embarked on projects in areas where there are no waters, like our primary schools, and thereabout, to assist the masses. So I can tell you that this, as the forum, we sat and outlined some of the challenges that the state and the federal government cannot easily come down to. So we try to assist with our own little fund to make sure that we reach out to our people. If I want to drag you a little bit further, I can tell you that in my place and in many other wards and communities, when certain person's wife gives birth to a children, we can all agree that the fetus lasts about 9 months in the womb. And sometimes when they put to bed, they say, oh, Honorable Abego, my wife just born, oh, I will go do pass now. We will give them. And this is somebody that would have prepared for the period of 9 months. We don't count it because we know how the society is. We know things are difficult. We reached out the little we can to assist. Unlike before that, your salary is being paid and probably your interest and whatever, you just pocket it and you look to your family alone. We try to do that within the forum to see how we can reach out to other people through our little allocations that are with us and our funds and our salary. We have been able to reach out over. Then we try to sensitize the people more about governance. Like before the other councillors that have come in my ward, sometimes I will not say that they don't reach to the masses, but I try most times to live around the people and sometimes engage them in certain debates to broaden their view on how a councillor is. Like sometimes before my tenure, they'll say, oh, councillor, not do this road. Even if I do it, I brought in a grader I grade the 2 communities in my ward and all of that. I put street light in my ward and all of that. And so many councillors have done that equally. But that's not our primary responsibility. But because of the way the times are hard, we have to like stretch out a little bit further to make sure we try to assist our people other than our principal responsibility. So I want to tell you concerning the economic relief material funds that will be coming, which is, you can call it palliative. We are still going to be on ground to make sure that we followed it to the very person that needs it most. During my first tenure, when there was a palliative during the COVID period, we, the councillors also, we tried our very best to make sure we followed it. Like I can tell you, we'll do as a case study. The data are there. We followed it to every grain of rice that was given, how it was distributed. We followed it to the time. We are still going to do same this time, even more to this time, because we have all keyed into the more agenda of His Excellency, the Governor of Delta State, Elder Chief Sheriff Oborowori. We know him so much. We know his program. We believe in the more agenda. Former Governor Okowa did very well. And if you want to see a governor or a government administration that is going to survive, that is going to stand out, you know it when it continues from its predecessors. One of the things that usually affected this country, lack of continuity. This government come and abandons what the other one has been doing. You can see from the acceptance speech and the day of inauguration when he said that every project that was initiated by the past administration that is going to follow it. And you can bear me witness that the governor is not mincing words, and he has matched his words with action. You look at the Asaba, Isoko, Kwale Road to Ogili, you see the work that is being done there. If you are a regular passer of that road, you see the work. And a lot of things that the governor have done. Time will frame me to go into so other areas that you see. But I believe that by the end of the 100 days in office, we will come back to tell the world what our governor has been able to achieve in this short period of time. Thank you.
Do local government, which is your government in specifics, is a sagacious local government with a lot of political aficionados matured in content and character. What makes Udu tick? And going by, recently we just heard of the parties dominant, the PDP party appears dominant in the local government. As a councillor and as a leader of Councillors Forum in Delta State and as the leader of the legislative arm of Udu Local Government Council, what are the peculiarities of Udu Local Government and how is this government addressing it?
Okay, truth, the first thing I want to cite is that the people of Udu, we are special people. We are special in our culture, in our general architecture of the Udu people. The Udu people believe in oneness. We have but just one king, and we believe ourselves. What we initially got it wrong at the early stage in this current political dispensation. What we do, most of us, as young boys of about 19, 20 years, when we started following some of our leaders, we try to involve them that we should be involved in the process. And honestly, they brought us in. Like myself as a sociologist, when we're brought in, how do we survive in politics in Udu? How do we win elections for the current government? We sat down, we outlined those things that we must do, and we continue in doing them. One of those things that we try to do is that Udu is like every other local government in the federation. We have every other political parties there. But what we do most times, we try to tell the people that in Delta State, the PDP is the ruling party in Delta State, and you have to key to the ruling party. There are so many other parties, time will fail me to go into their names. So what we do in the do is that we sat down and we talked to ourselves that, this Sheriff Oborowori government is something that we should key into to make sure that we get the best out of the government. So that's what we have been doing. Udu is very much united. We are one people. We are very special. In terms of everything that we do, our dances, our culture is so unique. So in Udu Local Government Council, I will tell you that I want to say that all is well, but we are trying our very best to meet up the needs and the demands of the populace, of our people in Udu, in terms of government's presence in the Udu Local Government Council. We try to reach out. I can tell you that every politician in Udu Local Government, be it a House of Assembly member, a commissioner, a board member, whatsoever, there's no weekend we don't return back to our local government. Like us, who are councillors, who reside there, there's no weekend we don't see them. They come, we interact. Why is this thing going this way? Why is this one going this way? We sit down, we look forward, we plan, and we make sure that we try to resolve issues as they come. So I'll equally tell you also that the Udu people are very much expectant of this current government. We need so many things, and I would believe that the governor himself is somebody who knows the nooks and crannies of this state. The governor himself, he spent 5 years during his secondary school year in Udu Local Government. The governor doesn't need me to come and tell, Udu need this or Udu need that. He knows so much about Udu. At the flick of his hand, he can say, oh, Udu need this and Udu need that. I've interacted with him. I know that the way I know Udu, he knows Udu as much as that. Are you going to go to Ubiye or Okpe and some other local government, even here in Asaba that we have now? The governor himself is very much on ground. He knows everything. When I say he knows everything, it doesn't seem that he's an highland. But those that are working with him, we furnish him with whatever he needs. And since he's somebody on ground, he knows if you are telling the truth or you are telling lies. So he can be able to design what is good and what is right because he's on ground.